Each time I bring down a strong foe or protect someone from danger, I feel a sense of accomplishment. So while I wouldn't say I enjoy it, I suppose it does brighten my day a bit. And yet, the moment that happens, I feel so guilty. After what I've done, I don't have the right to be happy.
We're too late. The village will fall.
I won't give up. Not yet. If even a single person survived, I have to get them to safety.
Not alone, you don't. The Mort always attack in packs, which means the village is likely swarming with them now. We don't stand a chance against those numbers if we engage them in honorable combat. But we're the Ashen Hawk Brigade, and we'll do this our way. Burn away your fear.
Survive among the ashes. Let's move.
There's no end to these beasts.
Luff!
Took you long enough. Well, are you going to kill something? Or just stand there admiring my work?
The Morts like to attack from the shadows. Best sharpen your senses if you want to stay alive.
Lieutenant!
Any luck? Then the Pesh region has fallen, and we've no word from the Duchy of Orkinen, which means it's likely been wiped off the map.
Damn.
This country is finished. The Mort have seen to that. But we still live. And so long as we draw breath, we will never give up. The people who took refuge in the nest are counting on us to keep them safe. We cannot afford another Troden.
You people never shut up about that. What's done is done. Enough already. Anyway, you went to Mount Laos to investigate possible Mort activity, yes? Are you planning to enlighten us as to what you found?
It wasn't good, I'll tell you that much. But the entire story will have to wait. We need to get back to the nest.
Hey, you all right?
Yeah. I'm okay, but my dad... He protected me, but now I'm the only one left. The Mort killed him. Killed everyone. We ran and we ran and we ran, but we couldn't get away. We didn't do anything wrong. Then why? Why?
It's not safe here. Come with us.
Only a single survivor.
The macabre armies of the Mort began rampaging across the land. One by one, nations crumbled and fell beneath the overwhelming strength of the hordes. Culture, history, days of peace, all crushed beneath their heels. One fateful day, the Ashen Hawk Brigade rushed to the aid of a village that was under attack from the Mort. Their mission was to track down any survivors and escort them to safety. Having found but a single boy who escaped death, they returned to their base, the Hawk's Nest, with him in tow.
Reporting in, Captain.
Everyone in one piece?
Of course.
And Anissa?
There was only one survivor, a young boy. We took him into our care.
Just one. Yes, well, you were right to bring him here. Make sure to keep an eye on him, will you? The child has seen much death this day.
Captain, what drives the Mort to slaughter us with such single-minded fervor? They've never spoken to us, let alone attempted to parley. They just cut us down like wheat before the scythe.
Which is why we must fight.
But what are they?
I couldn't even begin to guess, old friend. Still, I prefer my head to stay firmly on my shoulders, which is why I strap these daggers on each morning. Isn't that the reason you fight? To stay alive?
Well...
You always were too serious for your own good.
I wish you'd stop teasing me like this, Captain.
I won't let the Mort slaughter the good people of the Nest.
Nor I.
All the more reason we have to ensure our negotiations go smoothly.
Indeed. The memories of what happened 2 years ago weigh ever heavy upon my heart.
None of us will ever forget what happened on the day of the Troden incident. The day we transformed from a band of outcasts into the Faithless Reapers. We went astray in that moment. But this is no time for regrets. Better to focus our efforts on the Mort.
Speaking of which, I have a report for you.
Go on.
Where are we?
This is the Hawk's Nest. Our secret base. Though sadly, it houses more refugees than brigade members these days.
Refugees?
People who fled here after losing their homes to the Mort.
You mean people like me?
Yeah.
The Mort. They killed everyone.
Time to go to work? See you around, kid. And try to eat something, yeah?
That all of them? Still no sign of our lost little lordling. Where could he be?
Lordling? Didn't know you met the emissary.
I haven't. But with a job like that, he's obviously going to be a spoiled fop.
Well, the only place we haven't looked is the residential area to the north. So that's our next stop.
We've got work to do.
Karin! Urs!
Nice timing.
Why are there still so many of them? It's like you're not even trying.
I figured you'd like to do the honors, love. You can thank me later. Now, let's get this little fate started, shall we?
That must be our wayward emissary.
I didn't waste all that time looking for him just so he could get himself killed.
He won't on our watch.
What are you doing?
Distributing supplies in the nest before our next mission. We salvaged all of it from areas destroyed by the Mort.
Let me help.
Thanks, Naki.
You fight them, right? The Mort, I mean.
Yeah,
Aren't you scared?
of course I am. But fighting is all we can do.
Thanks, Sarah.
Hmm?
It's just... I never thanked you. For saving me, I mean.
I don't deserve your thanks.
Huh?
There you are, sir. Captain Rowan says he's ready to begin the strategy meeting. That's enough for today.
All right. Thanks, Glenn.
Excuse me? Do you think you could teach me to fight? I want to do my part. And also, I hate being afraid of the Mort.
Naki.
Have you ever held a sword?
No, but I've gotten muscle from working the fields.
Try that one.
Are you sure, Glenn?
He wants to grow stronger, to be better than he is today. I am no stranger to such desire. Besides, we should be sure the boy knows how to defend himself, should the need ever arise.
I suppose you're right.
Which hand do you favor?
My right.
Very good. First, let me show you the proper way to hold a sword.
Bunch of bleeding hearts.
Captain. I couldn't get back to sleep after. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
I hear the boy asked to learn swordsmanship.
He did. Glenn is teaching him the basics.
Reminds me of when you first joined our little family. You weren't much older than him, if memory serves, and equally eager to learn the blade.
I wanted to contribute to the brigade as thanks for taking me in. That feeling hasn't changed.
And you continue to do us proud.
Do I, though? I don't want Naki to turn out like me.
That's fair. None should have to go through what you did.
Naki asked if it scared me to fight the Mort.
And what did you tell him?
That it did, of course.
Well... if it gives you any peace, I have also been no stranger to fear since the incident. There are things in this world more terrifying than death. Piece of advice from one survivor to another. You should rest whenever you get the chance. But for now, go get some rest. That's an order.
We have to get the survivors out of there!
of here! Make for Jezza! Leaving so soon?
We have to go! Now!
We can't leave him!
Remember our creed.
Get off me, you idiot! I still have...
If you truly respect the captain, then honor his final command.
Fly free, my hawks. Socius. Death is finally upon us.
It's an honor to meet you, General Levante. We are the Ashen Hawk.
Save your breath, boy. I've already had the song and dance from this bastard. Interesting choice for a diplomat, him.
I apologize, General.
Apologize? For what? He was the exact right person to send. We've crossed steel more times than I can count. I may hate his guts, but I know he always speaks true. This fort belongs to any brave souls who stand against the Mort, for we are all comrades in arms against those beasts.
Then...
The Ashen Hawks are welcome at Fort Lorica, as are all refugees in your care.
you have our thanks, General.
Think nothing of it. But, to speak plain, we're in dire straits here. Those damnable Mort have us surrounded. I can't say for sure how long we can fend them off.
And pray, allow us to fight alongside you.
Now that is an offer I'm all too glad to accept. Come inside, and we can work out the details. Also, I was sorry to hear about Rowan and Socius.
You knew them?
Aye. We met in battle more than once. They were cunning, honorable, and bold of heart. A rare breed of scoundrel, both of them. And I heard what happened in Troden. The Faithless Reapers, is it? That's quite the name you've earned. Well, enough talk. Come inside and get some food and find a place to lay your heads. Just don't expect much in the way of comfort. We'll speak again once you've had a chance to recover from your journey. Fine work, Hawks. Your assault punched a hole through the Mort blockade, and my men confirm the way is clear. We should proceed with the evacuation before they can reform their lines.
However, if we attempt to move everyone at once, the Mort will undoubtedly grow wise to our scheme. And with so many civilians and wounded, we won't stand a chance should they attack in the open.
I propose we evacuate the fort in stages, while those who can fight stay behind to buy time. What say you? I also recommend that those with the most experience fighting the Mort be the last to leave. That will keep them busy for as long as possible.
Agreed. It's our only chance to pull this off.
You plan to make your last stand here.
Do not mistake me. We've no desire to die. Once we determine we've bought the evacuees enough time, we'll fall back.
So it's to be a fighting retreat, with the warriors doing all they can to help the civilians reach safe harbor.
Precisely. In sum, all willing fighters will stay behind, to buy time for the refugees and wounded soldiers to make their escape. Evacuation will take place in 3 stages. The first team will depart at once, before the Mort reform their lines. It will consist of wounded soldiers, civilians, other refugees, and Naki. Lorthos will serve as their guide and leader. General Levante and his troops will make up the second team. The third and final team will remain until everyone else is safely away. And that job falls to us. This is no longer the Ashen Hawk Brigade's battle to fight, which means the choice is yours. Where do you stand?
Hey, holding the line during a drawn-out retreat is kind of the Hawk's specialty, no? Stands to reason we'd be the ones to do it.
Agreed. If it means keeping civilians safe, I'll gladly wield my axe.
All I want is to kill Mort. Sounds like this is my best chance to make them bleed. So count me in.
Thank you all.
How long do we have to keep the Mort company?
Lorthos will dispatch a Hawk when his team rendezvous with Ludin. This will serve as our signal to retreat.
So we just have to hold out until the Hawk arrives.
And if it never shows?
If we don't hear from Lorthos, we'll remain for 3 days after General Levante's departure. Then fall back.
3 days, huh?
How many of your soldiers can we expect to remain here, General?
Half, give or take.
We'll be cutting it close with those numbers.
Many of these men have families here at the fort. I can't force them to remain at their posts.
Of course.
I've heard what people say about you. A band of scoundrels turned mercenaries, led by Rowan of the Wicked Fangs, also known as the Faithless Reapers. 2 years ago, this pack of killers turned on their employer for a bit of coin and butchered countless civilians at Troden. You're the lowest of the low, the absolute dregs of humanity. But when it comes to warfare, none can best you.
You're well informed, if nothing else.
I heard the Hawks will be the last ones to leave. Why are you doing this for us? You could easily get away, so why don't you?
You're right. If we just wanted to stay alive, that would be the smart thing to do.
So then...
But someone has to stay behind so all of you can get to safety, right?
So why would a notorious band of cutthroats risk their lives for others when it would be a simple matter to flee?
Besides, we have unfinished business to take care of.
You mean revenge?
Two years ago, at Troden, we slaughtered enemies. We slaughtered innocents. And in doing so, we slaughtered ourselves.
I heard people at the fort. They were talking about you. But I know the Hawks aren't faithless. And you're definitely not Reapers. You're always fighting and getting hurt to protect others. Who cares about the past? Right now, you're fighting for all of us. Why can't everyone just see that? You could die, you know? Aren't you scared?
Of course I am. But there are things out there far more frightening than death.
It's time, Naki. We leave at first light.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, take this.
Your necklace? But it's important to you.
Whenever I feel fear taking a hold on the battlefield, that necklace keeps me grounded. It protects me.
I can't take something like that.
Naki, I have to leave you for a bit. But if you keep this necklace close, it will feel like I'm right there with you every step of the way. So hold on to it for me, okay? Please?
Sarah. I'll be waiting for you in Luden.
I know you will.
Night is falling fast. It would be dangerous to continue in the dark, so we'll stop and rest until dawn.
Okay.
Is something amiss?
Lorthos? What happened at Troden?
Where is this coming from?
I heard people at the fort saying bad things about the Ashen Hawks.
Well, I don't know all the details, but 2 years ago, civil war broke out in a small principality between a royal named Lord Bernhard and a group of rebels. The country was poor to begin with, and as the war raged on, cold and hunger took their toll, killing many on both sides. By the time the conflict was nearing its end, Bernhard's royal army was weakened, and he was driven into a corner. Desperate to reclaim the upper hand, he conscripted civilians from nearby villages and forced them to fight as his militia. They say he drafted not only the able-bodied, but the elderly, the infirm, and even children barely able to hold a weapon. Lord Bernhard ruled with an iron fist and had little mercy for the common folk, so none dared refuse him. To disobey his order would mean death for both the person in question and their entire family.
How awful.
At that point, the Ashen Hawk Brigade, which had been hired to fight for Lord Bernhard, broke contract and rebelled.
They turned on him? Why?
I've heard tell that the rebels pay them a generous sum to switch sides. The Hawks tore through the civilian militia Lord Bernhard was shielding behind, stormed his position and killed him. Without their lord, the royal army was routed. The rebellion slaughtered the rest of Bernhard's forces and won the day. But having exhausted its resources, the Principality was soon invaded by a neighbor and wiped off the map. And that, I fear, is all I know of the affair.
Such a terrible war.
All wars are terrible, Naki. But yes, I doubt you will find many conflicts crueler than that one.
Sarah said she had unfinished business. I wonder if I'll ever understand why she and the others stayed behind.
If all is going to plan, Lorthos' team should be making their way down the other side of the Alnea Mountains.
Indeed. You should set off before the Mort return. We know not when Lorthos' team may encounter the Horde. Should that happen, he'll have need of your strength.
I'll leave you with all the resources I can spare. Wish there was more I could do to help, but...
You have my thanks, General.
I can't say you did the right thing in Troden, but I do know this. By the time the incident finally occurred, Lord Bernhard had long since taken leave of his wits. He pit brother against brother, and was prepared to drag an entire nation into an endless mire of blood and slaughter. Had you not stopped
We betrayed
him,
our employer and murdered the civilians he scraped together and called a militia. Those are the facts. And the only truth that matters.
You Ashen Hawks are proud and honorable warriors. May Haraldr, the god of war, grant you strength in the battles yet to come.
Looks like this is it, kids. 5 of us against the entire Mort Horde. What's with the lousy flag?
Naki made it.
Kid really put his little heart into it, huh?
Not bad, actually.
Oh, it'll send the Mort running for the hills.
It was snowing that day as well, wasn't it?
Yes. I do believe it was.
Thanks, love.
Damn.
Glenn! We can't hold him off much longer!
You're right. We have to fall back. Set the fort to burn!
Eyes up, Curran! Here they come!
And now, we're surrounded.
I was hoping we could just gut the big fella and call it a day. Man, I hate being wrong.
I've also been no stranger to fear since the incident. There are things in this world more terrifying than death.
I have nothing left to fear.